I'm Tiger Height, and I'm here to make WWE Raw and Pro Wrestling majestic again. This show is overall very middle of the road. They didn't try to do the biggest and best stuff because they know what they're going up against, but man, there were some hidden bangers that I think a lot of people are just kind of overlooking here. And it's kind of disappointing. Let's talk about Cody Rhodes and Dominik Mysterio. Cody Rhodes did a pre-match promo about literally nothing that has to do with this match, and we went right into it. It was a fine opener, but man, these two had much better matches. I think it was Money in the Bank, that absolute banger of a show in Puerto Rico. That shit was awesome. This one was just kind of there, to be honest with you. It was fine for what it was. It was a crossroads for the win. There was a post-match until Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn came out, and people had a bitch moan about that, but it's like, well, get over it. I don't know what to tell you here. It's just kind of where you are on Raw. They lost the tag team champions to Judgment Day, so clearly they're still going to be in a rivalry with that. It's fine. Orange Cassidy thumbs up, and that's being nice. So the post-match with the baby faces, and I'm going to assume it was about Jey Uso, and it was fine, but at the same time, it felt like kind of a waste of literally space and room. I'll be nice on this one. I'll give it an Orange Cassidy thumbs down. So, I said before that there were some surprise bangers here. Kofi Kingston and Ivar was very good. I never thought I was going to be able to say that, but Jesus, these two put on a standout good match. I did not expect this. This came out of absolute nowhere. People were like genuinely impressed, not just here, but on social media. And that's hard because the IWC are fickle fucks. So them doing this Trouble in Paradise, nobody was buried. That moonsault that Ivar did was so damn crisp. This gets a thumbs fucking up. Shinsuke Nakamura and Ricochet, and after that Kingston Ivar banger, this was a fun match, but man, they had a lot to cover. Did it meet that expectation? Nah. Did it come close? It did. It really did come close, but it didn't quite get there. I think because with like Kingston and Ivar, I thought it was going to be a nothing burger, but they just overdid it. Where these guys, I mean, like I said, they had a good match. I liked it. It gets a thumbs up, but it wasn't a full thumbs fucking up. But I did like the ending though, where Ricochet got frustrated with Shinsuke, and he hit Shinsuke with a chair shot. Very interesting. I dug that part, and that's why I got that full thumbs up. Nobody looks weak. Nobody looks bad. Everybody looks good. I'm happy with it. So instead of waiting all of 2 weeks to do something special here, you immediately have, in non-title, Shayna Baszler and Zoey Stark taking on the literal Women's Tag Team Champions. I don't care if it was non-title. You could have waited 2 seconds. You have plenty of tag teams that you could have had Shayna Baszler and Zoey Stark face and beat with some build. But did you do that? No. A fucking course not. You did this, where Nia Jax came out, destroyed literally everybody because all of these women are a bunch of fucking plebs apparently, where she actually did the Banzai drop safely. Once again, see the difference. Look at the difference of the Banzai drop against Rhea Ripley, and here, she has learned nothing. She was probably yelled at. We told you. What's it going to take? Does Nia Jax have to cripple somebody for WWE to get the point that she's awful? Like, seriously. God. Get a grip. Thumbs down and a fuck you. Chad Gable and Bronson Reed. They had a fun match. Tsunami for Reed to win. Why did Chad Gable have to lose? I have no idea. Seriously, I have no idea. Is Bronson going for the IC champion? He's a heel. Chad Gable. He's the guy. Are you gonna do anything with him? Apparently not. I'm giving Orange Cassidy thumbs down, even though it was a fun match, because the wrong person won. Rock in a hard place here. What are we doing? So I don't necessarily mind Raw stars going to NXT to face the NXT champions in title matches. Like, that's fine. But don't have the NXT champions come up to the main roster and face non-NXT people. Becky Lynch defended the NXT Women's Champion against Natalya. Here. Why? If you wanted to do this, have Becky Lynch and Natalya face against each other on NXT. You're defeating the purpose of this crossover. You should have people facing the NXT champions. If they're going to be on Raw, have them face them on Raw with NXT stars. They're doing it right next week. They have Dominic and Dragon Lee for the North American champion on Raw next week. That's fine. Have an NXT star go for it instead of a random. I'm sorry, I like Natalya, but goddamn, she's random. By the way, it was a roll-up. It was a roll-up in a fine match. It gets a Orange Cassidy thumbs down because I complained about it more than I liked. It was fine. Tommaso Ciampa and Giovanni Vinci. It looks like Tommaso Ciampa is going to be the next guy to face Gunther for the Intercontinental Champion. I swear, I think they're pushing Gunther's reign till Mania. I think that's where he's going to lose it. It should still be against Gable, personally. It was the Sicilian stretch for Ciampa to win. It was a meh. Orange Cassidy thumbs down. And in our main event, a main event that makes sense actually, we have Jey Uso versus Drew McIntyre. It was a good main event. Great action. Lots of build between what they had in SmackDown with the Bloodline and all of that. There was a lot of that hint there. I really liked that. But that ending was chef's kiss perfect. Where we had a Claymore for the win. It was a post-match attack by Judgment Day because Jey Uso accidentally super kicked, I think it was Finn Balor. Drew McIntyre having issues with the attack, but still having the conflict with Jey Uso until Cody Rhodes made the save. I'm really liking these clear lines being drawn where Cody Rhodes and Sami Zayn are the ones who are giving Jey Uso the chance, where Kevin Owens and Drew McIntyre are not. It's a very interesting dynamic, and I'm really liking how they're bringing that out. Like I said, a mixed bag here for this Raw. I liked more than I hated, but let me know what you thought about that in either the comments down below or right over here next to me, depending on where you're watching this on. Follow all the links in the bio or in the description for some cool stuff like all of our social medias where you can watch us alternatively, and also getting some hats and becoming a patron where there's a lot of goodies on there too. Subscribe, follow, all of that great stuff, and share with your friends. And as always, be majestic.